This is Grant Worley with AMZ Affiliate Bootcamp. In the last lesson, you chose your niche, and now in lesson 9, we're going to be giving you our framework for identifying low competition keywords. And in the final lesson of this module, we'll be building a keyword list that you'll be using to dominate your niche. First off, remember that the primary way that we gauge competitiveness is by analyzing the top 10 results shown when we search for a keyword in Google. Because if we can beat those, then we're golden. And we're not analyzing all the pages that are trying to rank for that keyword, just the top 10. So here's an example of what I mean using the best adjustable dumbbells example. So again, we'd need to analyze only these sites that you can see, not all 331,000 of them. We recommend continuing to use Longtail Pro for this process because the tool pulls all the metrics together in one click and saves you a ton of time rather than doing everything manually. Trust me, keyword research gets really unfun quite fast if you sit there trying to do everything by hand. When it comes to analyzing competition, the formula consists of evaluating your competition for 9 key metrics. And don't worry, we're going to be going through each one by one, but here's all 9 together. Number 1, keyword competitiveness. Number 2, page title. 3, page content. 4, page authority. 5, juicy links. 6, domain authority. 7, site age. 8, weak pages. And 9, SERP lean. Again, we're going to be going through each one by one, so don't worry if some of these are unfamiliar to you. We'll be going through them now and also giving you a specific criteria for each. First off, we have keyword competitiveness. Now, this is a great guiding metric to look at quickly and get an overall feel for the competition of a big list of keywords. In Longtail Pro, you can calculate keyword competitiveness, or KC, for one keyword or multiple keywords at once using the bulk KC checker. The rule of thumb is that any keyword with KC under 30 is easy to rank for, and we'll be using that criteria later in this course. However, we still look at other metrics to double check and confirm the level of competition. Next, we have page title. This is the most important SEO ranking factor. The very thing that you learn as an SEO is to insert your target keywords into your page's title to tell Google that your content is relevant to that keyword. So if multiple results don't have an exact or partial match keyword in the title, then that's a clear sign that they're not well optimized. Third, we have page content. Most people only look at the numerical metrics and ignore this one, but the quality of the pages that are ranking is another important ranking factor that you really should pay attention to. If some or all of the top 10 results have poorly written content with bad design and bad formatting, and you feel like you could do better, then it's a really good sign that it's a keyword that you can go after. Number 4 is page authority. Page authority shows you the ranking power of an individual page. Higher page authority equals higher ranking power equals harder to beat. Pages with PA or page authority less than 30 are relatively easy to beat. So I want to see at least 3 pages with PA less than 30. And that will tell me that that's a good keyword to go after. Next, we have juice links. This is the number of juice passing external links to a given page. More links equals more votes for that page to rank higher in Google. Now, I want to see at least 3 results with juice links less than 30. That's our criteria for a good keyword to go after with regard to the number of juice links. Domain authority. Domain authority shows you the ranking power of the website as a whole. The greater your domain authority, the more likely you are to have strong traffic and a high ranking in Google. Google nowadays prefers to put pages from high domain authorities higher up in the search results, even if those pages don't have many backlinks. In fact, we've beaten countless high domain authority sites with better content and more relevant backlinks. Now, it's not required, but if you find sites with domain authority less than 25 in the top 10, then it's a really, really good sign. It means that there are room for new sites with low domain authority. Our 7th consideration is the age of the site. Older sites tend to have more trust in Google's eyes and tend to have more ranking power. This is only true if the site has good quality content and lots of quality backlinks. If you find an old site with low domain authority, bad design, horrible content, and a lot of spammy backlinks, then it becomes an easy win for you, even if it's old. Generally, if you find young sites less than 2 years old ranking, then there's room for you too. Or again, if the older sites are also really bad. Next, you're going to check for weak pages. Pages from forums, Q&A sites, social media sites, and Web 2.0 sites are usually not optimized for any keyword. They're just ranking because of the high domain authority root domains. These are considered weak pages, and you can beat them. SERP lean. For some keywords, Google tends to favor one type of website over another. For example, if you search for cheap running shoes, all you'll see are e-commerce websites ranking, and it's hard for your content website to enter the top 10. It's the same for nursing school requirements, where you see all the .edu and .org websites from different schools. Ideally, we want to see other niche websites similar to what we're trying to build in the top 10, because if they can rank, then we can too. However, if there are too many niche websites trying to rank for the same keyword, then it can get a bit tougher to rank. 1 to 4 niche sites in the top 10 are ideal. So, what does a low competition keyword look like? Just to recap, here's what we consider as a low competition keyword based on our criteria. Number 1, KC or keyword competitiveness, less than 30. Number 2, multiple results without target keywords in the page's title. Number 3, multiple results with low quality, outdated content, which you feel like you can beat out and do better. Number 4, at least 3 results with page authority less than 30. Number 5, at least 3 results with juice links also less than 30. Number 6, 1 to 4 niche sites in the top 10 are ideal. More than 7, it gets a bit competitive. Number 7, no e-commerce lean. Less than 7 e-commerce sites in the top 10, or else, again, you're running an uphill battle. Now we have 3 optional criteria as well. Number 8 is an optional criteria, which is weak pages from forums, social media websites, Q&A sites, Web 2.0 sites, etc., ranking in the top 10. Again, that means it's easy to rank for. Number 9, also optional, have some results with domain authority less than 25. And finally, another optional result, some sites are young sites, less than 2 years old. Now let's go through some real live examples of low competition keywords so you can see this in real life. Example number 1 is best hearing protection for shooting. So the KC equals 24, which is good. Target keyword in titles, only 3 results with exact keyword in titles, 1 result with partial match keyword in the title. That's also a check there. Next up, we have okay content in the top 10, but not really that good. So that's also a pass for that criteria. Now checking page authority, we have 5 results with page authority less than 30. That's also a pass. And all 10 results with juice links less than 30, that's also very good. 3 results with domain authority with less than or equal to 25, that is a green light. 4 young sites that are less than 2 years old. The first ranking is 3 months old, that's also a really good sign. And also 3 niche sites in the top 10, that meets our criteria, that's also a pass. Overall, this is a good low competition keyword based on our assessment. Now let's look at another example. This one is best choke for dove hunting. Again, these are both long tail keywords. First off, the KC is 18. That's good. Number 2, no results with keyword in the title. That's also good. Number 3, there are forums ranking in the top 10. That's also very, very good. There's also 7 pages with page authority less than 30. That is a pass. Also, all 10 results have juice links less than 30. That's also a thumbs up. 1 result with domain authority less than 25. That's also pretty good. So overall, this is another example of a really good low competition keyword. So now we've gone through some criteria of keywords that you should go for, along with several examples. But what does a really bad keyword example look like? Let's look at 2 real-life examples of keywords that you would really want to stay away from. Example number 1 of a bad keyword is cheap compound bows for sale. Again, another long-tail keyword, but this one's not so great. Before checking anything, we can see that the top 10 is dominated by e-commerce websites. So it's immediately a no-go without even checking the other criteria. The second bad keyword example is Best Western Plus Inn at Hunt Ridge. It's the same as above. Top 10 is dominated by hotel booking websites. And if you think back to our definitions of different types of keywords, then even in terms of the different categories that we talked about, categorically these are bad keywords, right? These do not fall into the types of categories of keywords that we want to look at. So if you've forgotten the differences between the 4 types of categories of keywords, go back to that lesson now and check it out because it's really important and can also save you a lot of time of manually evaluating your keywords. Now, while we've given you lots of examples and a very clear set of criteria to follow in this lesson, something to keep in mind is that assessing keywords is actually a skill that you'll get better at over time. Once you get good, you'll still use the criteria that we gave you, but you'll also start to develop your intuition as to whether something will work or not. Through experimenting with all of this, you'll develop the ability to assess a keyword in seconds and immediately know if it's good or bad or not. For now, stick to the guidelines that we gave you and have fun applying this new skill. The next lesson is the final lesson of this module, and we'll show you how to put together everything that you've learned so far to generate that final keyword list for your new affiliate website.